Hey guys, welcome back to another one of my videos on DIYing on the Highlander 2021, also called the Kluger in Australia. Today I'm gonna show you on how to replace the 6 stock speakers, non-JBL stock speakers for this car, and we're gonna replace them with kicker speakers. I am also gonna put some Dynamat onto the interior of the door panel. So here goes, and let's get into it. That's the Dynamat. I've heard pretty good reviews on it. We're gonna start on the front left door panel first. To use one of these plastic clip removing things so that it doesn't damage the plastic on the panel. So to remove this panel, you're gonna have to pop this plate out, and pop this panel out. I've just popped them out, so they're all just clips, so nothing securing the panel. That's a screw, that's a second screw, and once this comes off, we've got wiring and stuff which we need to deal with. I'm going to now remove this wiring and put this panel onto the side. Once you have this panel open, there's another screw right there, so that needs to come off to remove the door. So it's 1, 2 and 3 in there. Alright, now I've got all my three screws out. Next you want this piece off. Should just pop out. It's just a blue clip there. Now you have several clips all around the edge, so it's just a matter of holding it and giving it a decent jerk, and it all comes off. Alright, so I've released the panel. Inside, what you'll see is these 2 wires there. One's green, one's white. One's for your door lock, and one's for the opening mechanism. We are going to release this by simply taking it out of the slot. Once you take them off, you can see the ball there, and it all comes off one way. Just remember, the green goes down. Now I've got the green and the white cables off, and there's one more connection for the bottom light for the door on the door, and we'll remove that as well. There we go. That's behind the door without the panel, and that's our woofer. Now this is the woofer we're going to replace. I'm going to show you what models I bought and the bracket that I used, and I will place a link to the brackets that I bought on Amazon down in the description below. I will also place links of the speakers that I bought to replace this with in the description below. So the front left speaker, this is actually just a woofer. It's held by four screws, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and a single connection for audio and power. I'm gonna remove all of those. So that's the speaker. As you can see, the magnet is tiny. It's hollow. So shortly I'm gonna show you a side-by-side comparison of the speaker that I'm going to be replacing with, and compare the magnet sizes of both. While we're in here, I'm gonna put some Dynamat, not everywhere, but at select spaces on this side of the panel and some on the interior side of the panel. Alright, so there you go. Place some Dynamat all over the door panel, bits and pieces. There, on the speaker, some inside on that panel up there. Oh, you can hear the sound difference. Ooh. That sounds very strong. This is the bracket that I'm going to use, which will fit in that space over there. It's a Metro. Again, I've pasted the link in the description to buy them. That's what it looks like. There you go. These are the speakers that I'm going to be fitting. This is the Kicker 150 watt CSC 693. Got two of those. Now just side by side comparison of what the original one from Toyota. That's the base plus the tweeters, mid and the tweeter. Look at the battery. That's a tiny little battery versus there. See the thickness of that and the thickness of that. Alright, I'm gonna show you how to mount these onto there. Alright, here we are. So I fitted one of those Kicker speakers onto the bracket there. Couple of things I'd like to point out. I couldn't get one hole lined up on the bracket. No extra works done on the panel, so I had to make that extra hole there to get it get it lined up with the existing hole. The other thing is I had to make another hole here to get the wire, which again this is an adapter which I bought it off of eBay, which goes into the Toyota connector directly, so hence no soldering of any sort required and goes straight into the back of the speakers. One thing I'd like to point out, you can't get the the two indications. The speaker has a red dot on one of the connections and the cable itself is marked red. The other thing is both are different sizes, so there's no way you can get it the wrong way around. So it's the bracket is screwed onto the speakers by these standard screws which come with the speakers there. And on top of that I put some soft rubber foam underneath the speaker and the bracket for an airtight fit. Now it's mounted onto the door. There we go. That is the finished install. Like I showed you, the cable comes out here, goes straight into the standard Toyota connector. Of my front two tweeters. I got the CSC 35 90 watt max. That's what it looks like. These are the old speakers, the Toyota stock. So you can see the difference in magnets. Oh, it's heavy. Versus that. Now to access that, you don't need any brackets. It's fairly simple. That top grill comes off. It's just a clip-on, so you can clip it off again. Use your blue prying tool. Are these really handy? And then you'll see the speakers are screwed onto those plates there. The interesting thing is the connector that is going to the front speakers. Ooh, there we go. There's very little space. Are actually different to the ones that go to the front. Are different than the ones that are on the front door. And I bought these connectors from Red Wolf, and they are again very similar story. It's got the stock Toyota connector with the speaker connection straight, and they're just an adapter. And again, I will be putting the link to that in the description. So now I am gonna simply place my speaker, the new kicker speaker, straight into that slot there and put the 2 screws in. There you go. That's how I've mounted the front speaker. Oh, just a word of caution, there's barely any space between the glass and the screw. Well, definitely not enough space to get one of your hand or a decent sized screwdriver. So I tried one of the stubbies, which was too big. I ended up using one of these. Highly recommended. This is the rear door. Just fitted this bracket, round bracket. I've put the link of the bracket you need to buy in the description below. With the rear doors, 3 bolts line up with the bracket. No drilling required, and 4 screws are supplied with the speakers. The speakers I got on a kicker. And these are the stock speakers.